What is going on, boys and well, what's going on, fellas? I hope you guys are doing well. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Yeah, I've got a lot going on with car projects. Right now, if you caught my other ones, you're pretty much up to date, but I have the ZHP rack out of the S54 swapped E36. That blew literally the first track, or the first lap of my COTA track day. And then I have the E92, which I just got done doing Saban hood, Saban trunk, Palm Performance lip, black kidney grills, black side markers. Today, what we're going to be doing is seat install. Oh yeah, baby. I have these that I've had for a minute and I've been waiting to install them. Like all my other stuff, I've been just super busy with work, life. You guys know the deal. Everyone's busy. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, like I said, smash that subscribe. I'm gonna try and start posting more often like I was doing in the past. Yeah, I just have a ton of stuff going on. So let's walk out to the garage because I gotta show you guys this. Oh, sorry. I gotta show you guys this. If you're new to the channel, I recently bought a house and it came with a detached garage. And that's one of the main reasons I bought this house. But the detached garage was used as a woodworking shop for the previous owner. So I'm changing it into a car shop. One of the downfalls not downfalls, but one of the hard things is I am taking it from a 1-car garage door to a 2-car garage door, because he basically used this for like the lawnmower stuff and then woodworking all over here. So this will be extended at some point, but the most immediate thing I need is to take this from a 1-car to a 2-car and then relocate the door a little bit over and then make some steps right there. But I also removed all the shelving that he had in here, so I have just a ton of extra lumber. But I'm going to paint this entire thing black, and then I'm going to be putting those hex lights up. And then I kind of have to wait to paint the rest of this because I need to get this framed out for a 2-car garage door. And the garage door was supposed to be here in May, then supposed to be here in June, then supposed to be here in July, and now it's going to be here in August. Knock on wood, supposedly. So once that gets here and we get that thing framed out and we get this 2-car garage door installed, then I can start painting the rest of this, hanging the hex lights. I'm going to order cabinets and a bigger tool chest, and yeah, this thing's gonna be absolutely sick. It's the whole reason I bought this house. I cannot wait to have this thing done. And what I'm thinking is, like, from here over is going to be like all car stuff, car builds, car everything. Then from like here over, I'm gonna do like a poker table, racing sim, something like that. Have a nice little man area. So anyway, that's the garage update. I thought I would tell you guys because some of you guys have asked, and slowly but surely, I guess. I mean, I don't really have a choice, so slowly is what it is. Oh, I love this truck, man. This is by far my favorite truck I've owned. Like I said, today we are getting started. Man, that Saban trunk turned out nice. That is by far the best fitting piece that I ordered. I love that thing. Can't wait to install the GT4 wing on there, but for now, let's get to work on the seats. I'm jacked to do that. I don't think it'll be too difficult. Probably remotely close or similar to the other seats that I've done, but I'm not going to make this a how-to video. That's not what my videos are. If you're new to the channel, I mean, I try and walk you through some of it, but I'm by no means an expert. A lot of this stuff is the stuff I'm doing for the first time, so do not take my advice. You know, use this if you want, but, you know, use with caution. So I'm gonna get started on pulling these seats. I think you have to unclip a couple sensors or something like that to keep the seatbelt receptacle working properly, and then we'll work on getting the new seats in. All right, so sit rep seats are out. Super easy to do. And now I am just gonna clean up, vacuum. I already started vacuuming, but I figured I better send a little update. So gonna vacuum, get everything cleaned, and then these seats look like they're in great condition for 175,000 miles on the car. I don't know if it's all E92 seats, but like There's barely even any bolster wear. I'm pretty impressed with that. Anyway, back to vacuuming. Update coming soon. Alright, so update. So, what you have to do with the OEM seat for the E92 is remove, so these little guys are in this, and you have to remove them because one of the receptacles comes out with the seatbelt receptacle, and that is what you're going to plug in to the actual harness, or part of the harness, I guess, in the car to make sure that it shows that there's someone there, I believe. Yeah, that the seatbelt is in use. Now you're still gonna have to code out airbags, I believe. So that is something to think about. So I didn't record actually putting the brackets and stuff together. Well, the brackets and the sliders were already together, but as far as like washers and stuff like that, it's gonna be so different for whatever seat you use and how it's mounted on which bracket. So just know that that's a little bit of a guess and check style, unless someone has the exact same setup. So here we go. She's in. Looks good. I will say I'm gonna have to be extremely cautious not to gain weight because these things are slim. I'm telling you, I'm about 5'11", just under 6 foot, like 5'11 3/4. It matters. That the WRC-Rs, woo, I'm about, oh yeah, I didn't finish that. So just under 6 foot, and I weigh about 180, probably now, 180-ish somewhere. I do need to lose a little bit of weight, but good Lord, I'm not a big man by any stretch of the imagination. These things are tight, boys. These things, not only are they tight looking, they're tight. They're slim. They're made for a slender fella. So, I mean, they're sick though. I love how they turned out. So, I do still need to order a seatbelt extension because it doesn't really fit through there. I could still probably do it as is, but I haven't yet. And then I need to run this seatbelt through this hole. But besides that, it's done, it's in, it looks great. I'm gonna get started on the second one now. Yeah, boy. All right, fellas, new day. Less beard, different hat. Anyway, so I got the second seat in. I did actually find seatbelt extenders, which I was not expecting to find locally. I ordered a set online, but then I went to O'Reilly's and they actually had some. So I did get 10-inch seatbelt extenders, which worked perfect. And I got the second seat in. Boom. Just like that. We are good to go. These things are awesome, man. I am jacked with how this thing turned out. So all in all, it's really not difficult. If you've done seats before, you will know, depending on the slider, if you choose a slider, then depending on the bracket you use and depending on the seat, it's all going to be different how you mount it. So it's really hard to put out like an instructional or a tutorial on how to make it work. But for these ones, the Mach Schnell bases with, I believe they're OEM sliders, but I'm not sure. Manual sliders and then planted seat brackets. There's a ton of adjustability, so you just have to play around with it. I mean, I probably had these things in and out of the trunk, or sorry, I'm looking at my carbon trunk. I probably had these things in and out of the car 3 to 5 times each yesterday. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but it works out. I mean, it's just what you have to do. But for now, that's gonna do it on this video, guys. So, I mean, literally, within this past week, we've done carbon hood, carbon trunk, carbon lip, kidney grills, side markers, OMP seats, and then in the next video, which I'm about to film, I am going to do Turner Motorsport skid plate install and detail it. There are some things that I want to clean up with the paint, even though it's going towards a track build. I still want the paint to be decent for now, and I may wrap it. So for now, that's going to do it for this one, boys. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.